What is the correct Pandas file path for loading CSV files? Imagine you're trying to load a CSV file into Python and nothing happens. The file just won't load, and you get an error. That can be frustrating, but the trick is knowing the right file path to tell Pandas where your data is. When you use Pandas to load CSV files, the path you give it must be correct and accessible. This path can be an absolute path, which means it shows the full location from the root of your computer. For example, on Windows, it might look like C/user/yourname/document/data, CSV. On Linux or Mac, it could be username data.csv. Alternatively, you can use a relative path, which is like giving Pandas directions based on where your script is running. If your CSV is in a folder called Data inside your current folder, you just write datamovies.csv. If your file is stored online, you can even load it directly from a URL like example.com/data.csv. Pandas accepts any string that points to your file, a path object from the pathlib module, or any object that implements the OS path-like interface. Remember, if your file isn't in the same folder as your script, you need to tell Pandas exactly where to find it. First, check your current working directory with code like import os, print os, getcode. This tells you where Pandas is looking from. If your CSV isn't there, you can change the working directory or give the full path. On Windows, paths often need raw string notation, so prefix your string with R like RC, plus users plus yourname plus data CSV to avoid escape characters. Or use double backslashes like C, plus users plus yourname plus data CSV. If your file name or path has spaces or special characters, make sure to put the whole path in quotes. Here's an example. To load a CSV from an absolute path on Windows, you might write df is equal to pandas, regsv rc, plus users plus yourname plus documents plus data CSV. For a relative path, it could be df is equal to pandas, regs, data/movies, CSV. If Pandas can't find your file, it will raise a file not found error. So always double-check your path before loading. You can also use Python's OS path exists to verify if the file is where you think it is. Using pathlib, you can build paths dynamically, which is handy if your data files are in different places. In the end, the correct Pandas file path is any valid string or path object that points exactly to where your CSV file lives. Making sure your path is correct and accessible is the key to loading your data smoothly and avoiding errors.